Are you sure though? But are you sure though? The music is probably a little loud because I turned it on last minute because I was vibing.
Kit is silent. Fix me.
I fixed you.
Am I fixed?
You are.
I don't know if she's telling the truth, and I don't know if they can't hear my calls for help. Okay, I've been fixed. Damn it. I was so excited about the fact that maybe we would be audio correct. At this point, I think she's just doing it to screw with me. I think it's set up.
Considering how fast I fixed it.
It's true. Either that or it's just a very common issue that we still do not plan for. Either way.
Totally not that.
Totally not that at all. See, perfect timing. Opening of the stream. Oh, yeah, it's been fixed. Yeah, see, everybody knows. They're like, I'm going to give this a good 5 minutes before I jump in. And then when I jump in, it'll be all fixed. I thought it'd be good, but then I was still troubleshooting. Yes. Ooh, do we have good snacks? Maddie has apple snacks because she was so desperately trying to bribe her bird to be into plays. She gave us whole song dance. I'm like, oh, do you want Emmy? Does Emmy want to be part of it? It's like, well, Emmy can be part of it. He wants to be part of it. She then spent the next 20 minutes going, Emmy, come here, Emmy. Started cutting apples to try to like bribe. Going, Emmy. I'm like, oh, it has the choice.
I didn't. He chose not to.
Yeah. Extreme bribery. It's our new channel, Extreme Bird Bribery. We just go out in the wild, seeds. Come here. So somebody,
so it doesn't drown me.
Somebody gave us shit earlier, being like, I bet they're not going to be designing anything. Well, it just so happens we were thinking about designing stuff and things and discussing.
Yeah, we don't often do designs on the design stream anymore.
Yeah, it's mostly just like a branding thing. It's the design stream, like it's like a cool, like the cool kids say it's by design, you know.
Hey Kit.
Yeah. Why'd
you guys still not do the forged chest pieces video?
I gotta do it. It takes time. We've been doing lots of stuff. We've been figuring out stuff for Conquest,
so much
the
stuff,
Brandy Wine Festival, so much stuff. I've got
Emmy.
them right here. I know, I was thinking about it today because...
Hey, Emmy!
My God. I was thinking about it today because I was contemplating, as part of what we'll talk about today, I want to revisit doing Le Mugs, Le Steins. And I was trying to figure out if I want to finally break down and get a lathe and turn them, or if I want to finally break down and get a table saw so I don't have to plane the angles by hand like I did with this one before. Cool skill, but now we have that. So, yes, this is what we're trying to figure out. What design to kind of make another one of these to be, and then how I want to go about it, and which would be like kind of the most interesting one to learn. My issue is with a table saw, I feel like I could do a lot of different projects, but we've already built one this way. No, it actually comes out to be about the same. It's just we've already done one with the slats in this way, versus doing like actual turning is completely new to me. But there's less things I can do with the lathe, like in the grand scheme of all the different projects we do, right? So yes.
Matthew's giving you shit. Remember
what is
I think he was sassing people who get the lasers, and you're like, they're as cheap as getting a table saw. So now he's saying, get the table saw. It's as cheap as a cheap laser.
It's true. It is as cheap as a cheap laser. 100%. Don't sass me, Cap. Don't do it. Let's see what
Can
Tuesday.
confirm. He takes sass as a challenge to then be more sassy.
That's true. We need exactly 69 people to like the stream, please. Yes, that is true. I'll do my part. Bam. I like my own stream. Is that bad? Like my own stream?
Emmy!
I feel like it. It's like laughing at my own jokes.
You love apples. He hasn't
do.
had apples in so long. That's why I'm so desperate to get him over here.
That you're just desperate to have him on camera.
Honestly, I just wanted to see how.
I understand,
I
it's
wanted
adorable.
you to see how cute it is when he hears the bell ring and he just like books it. I'm so sad he didn't do it for once in his life.
Let's see, more people. That's true. More people have access to a table saw than a lathe, and I do want it to be approachable.
Come here.
So maybe we'll do that. We'll do some table saw, and then I can eventually do some like table saw hacks and stuff on like making, like guides and things. Yeah, that might be cool. And then I'll make it super easy. Like I said last time, I had to figure out the angles, make something so that I can like do it by hand.
No.
Pain in the ass. There was 20 minutes of this, and then ringing a bell. Emmy,
Emmy, come here.
Disembodied hand trying her damnedest to bribe a bird. At this point, the bird probably thinks it's a trap, like a box with a string and a stick. Like,
he hasn't had apple in so long because he's been on a diet.
Maybe he's not
I just
vibing
want
with
him.
apple
It's his
anymore.
favorite treat. I need him to understand that there is apple here. He's looking at me intensely. I don't know why he's being so shy. Every other time I've rung that bell, he's booked it. Come here, Emmy.
Let's see. Watching a lot of lathe vids lately. Yeah, I mean, lathe is fun to watch. It is super satisfying. I will be getting one, but I'm making the choice between table saw and lathe for this project particularly. So yeah, that's probably it's a drop for sure is what that bird is thinking. How are things coming along with Conquest planning? People are wondering.
How much shit are you gonna give me if I go and get him?
So much shit. It's his choice. He doesn't have to come over if he doesn't want to come over. I give him the choice.
Come here, Emmy.
Zero choice.
I want him to
Conquest
eat the apple.
is...
I cut up a whole ass apple for him.
Conquest planning is coming really, really well. Also really, really like friggin'
He knows.
time crunch. I think we're both like freaking out a little bit about getting all of our stuff ready for it, making sure travel plans are ready to go.
He knows.
Ordering things.
I put a piece of apple in his. Did you see that rope wiggle?
He's making his way.
Here he comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it
Yeah,
comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
I'm very proud of you and your fruition of bird luring. Fantastic live stream. 10 minutes of just, hey, come here, bird, come here, bird.
Come here.
Killing me. Swear to God. See,
They say Emmy Cam needs to be bigger.
Well, you just put it right over my face. That's fine. Nobody's listening.
See, he loves apples.
Oh, you got a surprise for us next year's Conquest. Sweet. Are you going to be there, Fantasy Apprentice? Because that's surprise enough. That's what I say. Are you ready for the Brandywine? We are. We actually went, Maddie, what was it, 2 weeks ago at this point? To, last weekend, the weekend before, right? Yeah. We were in Kentucky at the location with a group of volunteers to start helping clear some area, putting some stuff together. We're making like wattle fencing out of the like invasive honeysuckle that we were cutting.
Oh my God,
really
I became
cool.
Such a
it was
good
so much
murderer
fun.
of honeysuckle.
She really did. Yeah, she was singular task with a machete and honeysuckles that needed to die.
Yeah. Well,
And your camera's invading my space.
Excuse you.
Stop invading.
I can do whatever I want.
Wait,
Wrong
stop,
side.
stop invading my space. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. That was
this is
fairly
this
good for
is
doing it live.
yeah. This is basically what I work is. Ooh, do you want to do the as kind of like a crowd warm up? Do you want to do the where we just jump through your
Sure.
talking head?
Yeah. Someone's saying, remember not to pack my whole wardrobe. I'm very specifically choosing things out. I have a pile of clothing. It's quite large, just behind the camera. And I've been looking through it all of what's most important. And so far, it's all of it. But I will weed through it.
Be bigger.
It's happening. Yeah. No. I'm trying. Hello, Dennis Biggins or Biggs. Biggins. I went for Baggins at first, and I left it with Biggins. Let's see. Yeah, Wild Fox and I ripped an entire tree down with just our bare hands. It was an event. Well, we were tearing down honeysuckle, like just these vines hanging, and we just started pulling, and then we got rambunctious, and the tree came with. But we made good use of said tree.
I really should have given Emmy the AI camera that can just reframe with him. That would have been much better, wouldn't it? Instead of me just constantly moving the camera around, trying to keep it from taking up the whole screen.
You love what we do on Skill Tree? Thank you. We love that you watch what we do on Skill Tree and super appreciate that. Let's see. And take sure it fits. Try everything on and make sure it fits. Yeah, man, that is a thing for sure. I'm consistently changing in my sizes, and things that fit at one point in time do not anymore. It doesn't help that I tend to like things kind of more fitted. And I've only been growing in one direction lately. Lots of food. Hello, change my account. It needs to be G-Man. Oh, hey, what's going on, man? Goliath, what's up? The tree was armed and trying to kill us. The tree got me, man. I have like a gash across my ribs here that are still healing up from that damn tree. I am going to take this out, though, because it is actually quite hot down here. It was like 700 degrees this friggin' week, I swear. Like the stream. Everybody's trying to get... All right, if everybody watching, by the way, there's about 51 of you watching right now. The stream has a goal of, for some reason, reaching 69 likes every single stream. I don't remember, chat. Did we have a thing where if you reach 69 likes, something was going to happen, or you just like reaching 69 likes?
I think they just
we can do like I think they just... Well, I'm confusing it with... What is it? Black Horse. Ooh. Black Horse Armory does a thing where if they do a certain amount of, like... You're killing this. Black Horse does a certain amount of whatchamacallit, like where you give money or donations or something like that. He gives away stuff.
Do you only like apple when I hand it to you, baby?
You're going to the Brandywine. Any suggestions on finding a hat for a man? Man, I guess what kind of hat are you looking for? You can visit a haberdashery. I mean, yeah, visit a hat store. Clearly, haha. No, I guess getting your measurements first. You know, checking out your dome piece measurements, and then just leaning into whatever style you're looking for. My hardest part of finding hats is knowing the names of said hats, because they all have a name for their style. So figure out like what kind do you want, have your measurements, and then see if there's a place to easily get them. And then we go. That's 25. Hello, first live with us. Hello. You caught us just being an absolute shit show. We were originally going to be doing some stuff, but actually, did you want to put up the
stream suddenly changes and then it's just me in the corner with nothing else?
Oh, good. This is going great. Captain, the heat was disgusting. It was horrendous. My car's AC broke, and I had to drive Maddie to the airport. We were stuck in Boston traffic, and it was like an hour and a half there and like 2 hours back. And I wished for the sweet release of death. It was so hot and gross.
Yeah, the flight
Dark
was
Horse
kind of awful because I got on the flight and it was full of people who had been in too hot of weather.
Hey, Tama, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you for watching. It's super great. You're going to field test for your first event. What event are you going to? I am
broke
now
it.
like curious.
I did. I probably broke it.
Did you break the stream? Are they even able to hear us now? Did you break it? Let's see. Episode clever returning to. Nope. I saw a flash happen. See, be it the Brandywine with the hat that I got for me and reshaped it and then shrunk it from my melon head. We'd have to summon the Brandywine. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that, I feel. So the community so far on the Discord, which we really need to, in general, have enough time to chit-chat on all of the Discords that we're part of at this point.
So they can all hear you, but I no longer can.
You can't hear me, as long as they can hear me. So we're going to talk just terrible things about Matt. Can you hear me on the Discord,
Did you say
though?
I'm just terrible?
No, I said we were going to talk just terrible things about
I'm
you.
gonna
I would
assume
never
you're insulting
say.
me.
No, I would never. Absolutely, I am. She's a horrible person.
It's fine. I'll just fix it by unmuting you on Discord. I'll work around. What'd you say?
Nothing. I was very complimentary.
Chat, tell me what he said.
Tell them how complimentary I was, chat.
No, chat, tell me what he actually said. They said they miss your old earrings. I miss your old earrings. I like the like black hoops that you used to have.
Which ones? Yeah? I gotta find them. Yeah. I can rock them. I'm almost due for a change. I wanted to change these ones out. We were going to do Elfier episode soon, but then I got it caught on something and it got real mad, so I didn't want to take it out just yet.
So mad.
I was so very mad. See, no, everybody's saying I was very nice. Perfect.
I don't
Great.
believe you. I think
Fantastic.
the chat's full of liars.
Captain, I was thinking the same thing too. I need to do more nail art as well. I haven't had the time to do any of the fun stuff. Honestly, it's been crazy lately. But yeah, doing a little nail art would be great. I think that'd be fun.
So I'm assuming because you didn't mention it, the stream didn't become me in a corner.
It did not. No.
Good to know.
Yeah. So, Asbury and the platypus for some good quality hat questions. Yeah, it's true. I'm probably not the best person to talk about hats because my ears, they're massive and always look silly in a hat. We did discover, by the way, that if I were to take this thing and just kind of wear it on my head, right here,
it's a
that
really
just the way that the ears,
for...
the ears naturally bend, I could just be a goblin character. Look at this. Look at these things. They're just there doing their thing anyways. I think that's perfect. So I should be a goblin character. I think that works.
Right? Emmy's such a baby. He's like, I only want to eat if you feed me.
By hand, and you must pre-chew it.
He would like that. He really would.
You got a baby bird them just blop. Flip flop.
Flip flop.
Maddie, not Madden. Stupid autocorrect. Yeah, Maddie's super into football.
Oh yeah, sports ball.
Sports ball.
Sports ball. Love it. Love that sports ball.
Freaking sports ball.
Fantastic. Oh God.
Why are you touching things? I don't understand. So, I would like. We've decided that it's probably best to do table saw to get the mug that I would like to make. My next thing.
Okay, that's what we've been doing all this time.
So I've had that question up. People said answers and stuff, and then we've just continued to screw around. So the other thing is I would like to make it so it looks kind of like a little kind of whiskey barrel shape, like a little bit rounded, right? So I'm thinking I'd probably have to have thicker slats then if I do it this kind of slatted way, so that I can carve that shape into it. Or would it be easier to shape them, like make the slats so they have the angles needed to make a circle, and then go back in and shape all the inside and outside so it has that shape before I connect them together at all? Because once it's connected, getting in there is a real pain without a lathe. I don't know the best way to go about it. It's questions like these that make projects take forever, because then I'm sitting there being like, but I could try it, but that might waste some time.
That we could ask questions.
This is what I'm doing. I'm asking them questions. Hey, bird. What is that XP thingy? Which XP thingy? Are you talking about the level up thing that we do? My first live one thing, my husband. Oh, last in January, in your videos took me on a path of love and making it really helped me. Oh, Ronnie, that's really sweet. I'm super sorry for your loss, but I'm glad that the videos can help in any way. That's awesome. Love for you to share the stuff you're making. That's cool. We do thicker slats, rough shaping with a plane, and then yeah, I think so. I think right, like thicker. Start making those kind of little rounded half moon shapes, mimicking actually doing like a barrel kind of thing. I thought about for a moment actually doing it and bending them into shape, but that is a far more involved process than I think I have time for over the weekend. I got to prepare for that or get us ahead before we do that one. So yeah, there's that.
Did you drop your
there. Someone says there's an XP thing in the chat. Maddie would know. Maddie, what is the XP thing in the chat?
I don't know. It's a YouTube thing, man. Like it's we talked about it last
Says
time.
the YouTubers. I don't know. It's YouTube. Who cares?
Well, I mean, you have to remember that YouTube adds these things just constantly. It's the top fan. You get XP for how much you chat, but last time we looked into it, it just seemed like it was really random of who had the most XP, and we couldn't figure out exactly what it was doing. The stream keeps blinking because Maddie keeps on fixing problems in studio mode because Kit got mad at me for touching things. I'm setting up the design stream thing so that we can do where we look at stupid pictures of your face.
This will 100% explain what kind of business partners we are once we start doing this stupid thing. It is dumb, but it is very much us. Sure. Hey, everyone. All right, so this is the game, and y'all can play along, too. Maybe we'll just leave them up a little bit as we go. So basically, while Maddie is editing, you land on, like, little freeze frames of the video. Oh, you're also going to get to see a sneak preview of this week's build that's going to be dropped if we do this here. So yeah, as we're scrubbing through the video, it just lands on random things. So we start just making story up about what is being said via these freeze frames all the way through. So this is the thing. You're going to keep asking shoes ? Are you wondering about the existence of shoes, where they came from? Am I wearing any? Slippers count? If so, yes. If not, no. I was so confused by the freeze frame of the video of this exact spot. And I'm like, where did I go? Like I'm a friggin' camera vampire. And I'm like, oh no, what's happening?
Are you ready?
Ooh.
So basically, the game is, I click through, and whatever faces it lands on, we have to it's basically like improv. We have to make a story based on the sequences of faces. If it lands on one where he's looking to the side, that doesn't count. He's just looking at the footage of the build. Are you ready?
So I can remember.
Should we start on Talking Head 2 or Talking Head 1?
Oh, we can start from the very end and get a sneak peek of the episode, I guess. Okay, we're getting... Oh, the shoemaking vid. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, we that's another one. So same with the finishing of the chess pieces. That is a very long build. I feel like I'll need more than a weekend to do it. So that's probably one once we get a little bit ahead that I can take the time and actually do it because it is very involved. It's a very involved process making of real shoes.
Speaking of getting ahead, we should ask them about our new potential content types.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. After we're done screwing around, don't let us forget. We're thinking of a potential new type of content to throw into the mix. And I want your opinion on it. Don't let us forget. Put a pin in this thing. And before we leave, I'm really going to rely on you because we will 100% forget. You have a task.
There's someone
now,
in the chat named Emmy. They are now my bird.
Yeah, you're randomly going to hear Maddie going, Emmy! Emmy! And when she does that, she's
Emmy.
100% talking to you specifically.
Emmy. Emmy.
You got raw footage, folks. Yes, you got raw. This is me sitting down. I think, embarrassingly enough, I'm wearing the same shirt, not the same pants. In my defense, it was a couple days ago. I have done laundry.
Wait. Is this
Oh, slipper shoes.
53 and 54. Yeah, this is the last one. Are you ready?
I'm
butt.
ready. Is this the? Are we starting at the end
There's
or
his
the
butt.
beginning? Oh, that's my butt.
This is the end.
He's just fiddling with all the lights. Stop making me dance around. Thick. Thank you, Chica. That's perfect. I appreciate that. That's
All right, you
Stop
ready?
making me dance around. Yeah.
Everyone, first they gotta give us but what is
Yeah. What is the topic?
beginning
What are
seed
we...
of our story?
You're anxiously awaiting shoes. I will do this thing. I promise you. We have the last.
Don't
We have the
promise them.
stuff for it. We
Don't
will be
promise
doing
them.
shoes. I want to do shoes. It's just we need the time to do it. I didn't promise him a when. We're definitely doing shoes eventually, though, right? Like that's a thing we're doing. I'll be upset if we don't do shoes.
Tavern. That's not
What?
Just the man looks all over for lamp
Tavern.
in a tavern.
Yeah. Sure.
Gambling tavern. Man gambles for lamp in tavern.
Yeah. Oh, it's bartering for lamp. Somebody's come in to buy this man's lamp.
All right, ready?
Uh huh. I have to wait because I only see it once it's on. Like, like he was just like, "You want to buy what?" Just the tavern keeper, just having a little sip. Like, I got. You got to ignore Fantasy Apprentice. I never want to ignore you. What are you saying?
Oh, hold on. No, I can actually change my virtual webcam. Hold on.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
Hi, everyone.
I forgot that's just watching my entire stream.
Surely someone can, but definitely not me. It's in there. Thanks, Kit. No problem, Emmy. Thank you. And thank you for the reminder. I promise you we will be doing it. Discord is on. Triple Kit. That's too many kits. I'm nervous because... Okay, she laughed. I know she's there then. On my Discord, she vanished. And that's the only place I actually see her or what is going on. So all I hear is insane giggling in the background and just pure blackness, which is horrifying to me.
There you go.
Yay, we're doing it. All right, so we've got, what is it? He looks like confused barkeeper. Just like, well, where do you want to buy my lamp? Bring us the next one.
I did.
This one here? I don't know. Maybe I could part with this here lamp. But can you afford this lamp? Is the real question. Like, that's a nice lamp. Maybe I could see myself parting with it. It was my grandfather's favorite lamp, after all.
Hold on.
I'll buy the lamp for 70. 70 minutes, you say? For this here lamp? I think it's worth much more than that. That's a puny price. Tiny. The lamp... Someone said this lamp does smell odd. You have no idea. It smells of pickles because it's delicious. This lamp came from a pickle canning factory. How dare you? Well, my grandfather worked. Okay. Maybe I was... Don't walk away. Maybe I can come down on price just a little bit. This is... But do I really want to part with it? On one hand, his grandfather's lamp. His soul is inside of it. This is where we put his ashes, you know. All right, final offer. There's 7 giblets and also that horse you came in on. Approved by Moff, yes. I think all lamps are approved by Moff. This is me just... Oh, I'm just... I like people being like, this is a mythical magical lamp. That's the moment where he stops and tries to up the price and is like, but are you sure you can handle the responsibility that comes with this lamp? This is where the story starts getting good. They say...
That's a very specific letter you're about to say.
Yeah. I am cussing you out in the offer you just gave me for this lamp. I'm telling you exactly what you can go do. People are asking what is happening. We have lost our mind. We're going backwards in the raw footage of this week's video, in which I make a lamp, by the way, and just coming up with a bullshit story for each one of the little snippets. We're daisy chaining them together. It is what we do. Yup.
It's the little things, man.
I tell you this, lamp, my third bomb child. It's true.
Look how Daddy
now
is
he's trying.
inside.
Yeah, no, but he's trying to be really slick with it. He's like, listen, friend, I think you could come up a little bit on that price. We're both friends here. I served you a drink not a few minutes ago. Remember that? Remember when I served you the drink? I didn't spit in it. You thought I did because you said mean things earlier, but I would never spit in someone's drink. Behind the footage of before... Yes. So I'll have you also know, behind the footage before posting. This is... also like the behind the footage while we're putting it together. She starts giggling randomly while I'm working, and I'm like, what? And she's like, look at your face. I'm like, that's hurtful. And then
for more context, I just flew back yesterday. I was up at his house.
Yes, yeah. And then it was just a daisy chain of us basically doing this for about a half of an hour.
I'm waiting for the story to continue.
Oh, he looks... What I don't know, guys. What does he look like right now? That is a pensive, upset.
It's like more flashbacks.
Yeah. He's like, he got this war on like off of somebody's backpack that was using it to light their way just before it was eaten by the thing that's been chasing them in the night. He's like, actually, I could part with this lantern. It's his grandfather speaking to him. What's that, grandfather?
But wait.
You won't accept any less than 10 times that amount?
But wait.
I'm going to miss that. Yeah, okay, listen. How about this? I throw in this lantern here, and maybe that stool you're on. Does that sweeten the pot at all?
You were supposed to make this story about him trying to get this lamp in a gambling tavern.
Was I?
Yeah.
He's been drinking quite a bit. He's like, what do you mean I haven't been trying to sell you this lantern? I don't own it already? What's in this? If someone doesn't offer a fair price for this pickle-smelling lamp, I'm gonna flip. Listen, it's not a bug, it's a feature. It smells of pickles. It's fantastic. Who doesn't like that? Think of how many pickles you'll sell while also lighting your business.
Every time you light it.
Yeah, people walk in, they smell
fresh
fresh
also
pickles.
a candle.
It's also... What an insane point to pop in the chat at. So many questions. I know. This is what we have.
Oh, look at that face.
Anyways.
Look at that face.
So, can I set you down for 2 of these bad boys? I know I said this is one of a kind. I do happen to have 1 or 3 in the back that I'm also willing to bar with if you're interested. Not only did you get the light, you all get the smell of pickles everywhere you go. I feel like they're being hunted in the woods by something, and they're hiding. Like, how does it keep finding us? It's just following the scent of pickles. Turns out that's the only reason they're being hunted in the first place. It just wanted the pickles. It makes me hungry for pickles. It's true. That's the current face now. Like, I know whenever I open it and I want pickles. I want pickles now. Oh, lamp, you got me again.
Look at that. He's feeling things for that lamp.
Yeah. Although, this was the first lantern I lit when I opened this business here. only I could smell those lamps in the back. Yeah, each one of my lanterns smell like something different. This one like pickles, the next like capers, which is a very similar smell. But trust me, it's different. It's my baby lamp. It's cucumber ice cream. I'm about to just talk to it. I will miss you so much while you're gone, Lantern. You hold my heart, old Grandpa Lantern. But I'm gonna rest you right here before you go to your new home. And I promise I will think of you every day.
He's so pensive.
Yeah, he doesn't want to let go of that lantern. I like him deep fried.
Again, you're trying to get the lantern.
I'm sticking to it. We've been selling this lantern the whole time. I can't change midstream now. Look how pensive he is. Now, if he was trying, this would be the point where he's like, these flip sides. I don't know. That looks like just a lantern, bro. Like, this
He's so excited about it.
It smells of pickles.
No, look at it.
Oh, so you're saying instead of like, this smells of pickled. Where's the prompt? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Instead of him being like, this smells of pickles, he's like, but it smells of pickles. It's now amazing. I have it here too. Hold on. It's right here. I just take it. It really does smell so much of pickles.
Follow your prompt.
I'm Bob's prompt. I remember when I first brought you home, Lantern. You were so small and cute at the time. The little noises you made, how you lit the tavern on fire that one time. You lit the tavern on fire that one time. You remember it? Bad pickle legend, so bad. Oh, I hope. Anyways, you want to buy it? How we settled. But wait, there's more. If you shake it, it makes a sound.
Look how proud he is of that pickle jar.
I'm so.
That pickle jar that grew up to be a lantern.
I'm gonna turn it on. A pickle
Look at
lantern
that.
jar.
Look how proud he is. You're not playing our game.
Hold on, I'm turning it on. I'm lighting it. You don't turn on a lantern, you light it. Clearly. Killing me inside, honestly. I say. Lathe could be used to make a good base to hold pickle jars. Thank you for playing along. I appreciate this. What is happening? Strawberry Gothic, you've entered the part of the show in which we just lose our freaking minds. It was originally a design stream. Now we're just doing free frames of the next video and making crap up about what it's about. Join in. Or don't. I wouldn't blame you, I guess.
Look how scared he is of that whiskey.
What did you put in it? I would normally never give away my lantern. What's in my whiskey?
No, he's just he's taking the head off the lantern.
Oh, look, this is how it works. You take the little lantern off.
No, he quickly puts the head back on the lantern.
Oh, no. Let the spirits out. Can't let the magic out like that.
Now he looks like a chipmunk.
Why do I look like a chipmunk? What the hell? Is it just because of the little, like, grabby hands?
Yeah.
I do that a lot, though.
I think everyone does.
To be fair. Yeah, I think at this point, so we're going backwards in the video, by the way. That was the end where I'm just like, and look at how great it came out. This thing, that thing. Yeah, this is now I'm like, I've lost, or I've lost the lantern at this point. It's like, I feel like I still feel it in my hands. You know when people say when they've lost something, they feel like they can still feel its presence. The lantern still lights my way.
They still feel it.
And I can still smell the pickles. It's like it's right here. I don't know if I spilled something. Was it the lantern? Something smells.
I feel it right here.
This is what I'm going to do to Maddie most of the time. This is me being like, I'm going to
right here.
You make me look
How long
stupid.
did you do this thing?
This might be me repeating it like 6 times because I keep flubbing the line.
It's been 30 seconds
so
of
like,
only this.
Try again. Try again. I used to hold it like this and show it off to people.
Look at he's flipping his magnificent hair.
Okay, I suppose we can go ahead and start being sensible people in the stream again.
We're not even through the first clip.
No, I know it's like a longish clip, and I'm sure people
We've
are
got
just
3 minutes left of jumping through seconds.
okay. We can go 3 minutes more.
Why do you always change plans immediately as soon as I'm starting to have fun?
I'm making sure people are doing stuff, and you're not adding. Go ahead, you do the things then.
I was the one that set all this up, and I have been adding. I was like, look how scared he is of that
We got to do
whiskey.
this every month. Okay, that is fine. We can keep going if they're having fun.
He's trying to make us be professional, guys.
I'm trying to check in and make sure chat is having fun, like a professional, and caring about their time.
Do you guys want to be
I wanna care
professional,
about
or
their
do you want to
time.
finish this clip?
I want to care about your time.
It's like Emmy's Emmy's choice
God.
if he comes over here.
Plans? What's
Keep
that?
improvising,
Can
damn
I
it.
eat it?
I think we're having fun.
Okay, cool. We could. I think you're having fun when you're like, I think we're having fun. I think this is good.
Chaos,
I
please
don't know
finish.
what
It's
I'm
so
doing.
much fun. Yeah,
Oh,
why are you trying to? Why are
fantastic.
you trying to like drop out right at the end? Not a
God,
fan of finishing.
Wow, I'm a big fan of finishing first of all. In fact, some people say I do it way too quickly. Like you're doing right now, right? So anyways, I'm unable to light my tavern.
Yeah,
That's how
premature
I close
finishing,
my
guys.
circle. Wow. Doo-dum. Ooh.
Look at that face.
What a next clip. Sometimes she takes these freeze frames and she zooms all the way in to just here and just randomly sends it to me. And is like, look, you. Oh, good. She's doing it now. This is very much me explaining to you all right now about what I have to put up with. No, I can see him being after a moment being like trying to buy it back. Anyways, I sold this jar to you like a week ago, and I would like it back, please. What do you mean that wasn't the scent of pickles? What have I been smelling? Did we just have a premature?
This is him going to go strangle the person who like crazily strangled the person who bought the pickle jar from him. You don't understand. I need them pickles back.
Yeah, I know. I can't sleep at night without the smell of pickles everywhere. Can I just have I just need a little whiff. Can I get just a little whiff of damn pickles? Can I just get a little? It'll set me right if I get a little whiff of that. I just need one. You just take the little top off and I'm good to go.
Maybe just a big whiff.
Howdy, Bennett. You will be very confused, and I apologize currently. Just maybe just a little about this big.
I just need that big whiff. I need it right now. Okay, let me explain to you the importance of this lantern. So, like, I'm in love with this lantern.
Turns out it was the only thing going right in my life. After I gave up this lantern, my wife left me. The tavern closed down. People were just coming for the scent of pickles. I'm in a lot of trouble. I owe a lot of people money. So maybe you just give me.
He's gone.
Yeah, him looking to the side was like, shit, they're here now. And then he leaves.
That was it. That was the rest of the clip.
You did it.
You did it.
We did it. It turns into a gambling game. Yeah. So this is how we business. This is what we do. Maddie will be editing this video tonight. And I'm sure she won't be taking any of those things out of context and zooming or freezing them and making me look stupid. She'd never.
Of course not.
Oh. So somebody had reminded about the new content idea. Shall we discuss? Shall we talk about it and get their opinion?
It was me. I reminded.
Was it you? Because I saw Wild Fox say it. Did you remind or did Wild Fox?
I was the one.
I'm gonna
Chat, can we remind Kit about the time that I was like, wouldn't it be a great time to talk about the new content idea?
Yeah, but then I said we got to put a pin in it, and it's their job to remind. So I'm going to give it to Wild Fox. So, this is what we're trying to figure out. As it stands currently, it gets very difficult, as we've said earlier on, how very, very busy we tend to be with a lot of stuff we're doing, to consistently do like whole big long projects in the course of one weekend. And it's hard to stay ahead when we do, because like one thing goes wrong with a project or something, it drags it out quite a bit. So we're trying to figure out some good like talking head only content, or content where I'm not physically making a thing but still providing the same, I don't want to say same service, it feels like I'm on like a storefront or something. Okay. Yes, you'll hire me for service, I teach you things, but still like a value add, something you would all want to watch. So I'm trying to figure out, like, one of the ideas is like crafting lore or something, where it's talking about, you know, if we get into blacksmithing and, you know, kind of the history and legend surrounding that, and we can still like cover techniques and things used, and then let's say within blacksmithing, if we stick with it, we can get deeper into different techniques and whatever. What are you kicking the net?
Nothing.
What are you doing? I don't know how I'm being mocked, but I know I am. Anyways, let's see.
You just given me the idea to mock you, actually.
Yeah, no. Yeah, explain all the different types of like hammers and stuff over time. Yeah, like really get into the weeds of not even just like the tools, but also some techniques that we wouldn't even really be able to cover really big on the show. So say we're talking about like masonry, we can get into the aqueducts and how they were built and why they're this shape, and things that might later on. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I feel like you and chat, I tried reading back up to figure out how I'm being mocked, and I feel like you and chat have something going on and I don't know about it. I like the bird laughing in the background too, just going, ha ha. I feel like I'm also being mocked by bird. Anyways, so yeah, something like that, and then also like like history of trades would be cool. Get into other things too, like if we're still sticking with that blacksmithing thing, some of the techniques used, like folded metal, why that works the way it works, like how it's been used throughout different cultures. Like Japanese samurai swords is a good example of that. Stuff like that. It wouldn't be everything. We're obviously not changing all of our content, but just whenever we would need to get a little bit of space so we can get ahead. If I'm doing a bigger project that needs a little bit more time, I'd like to give it the time it deserves, and rather than be like, we need to release something by X amount of time and I need to hurry up and get it done. So yeah, we're trying to figure that out a little bit. So let us know what you think.
What my conception of it is that we lay out more like of our curriculum so that we have those crafts that are actually like you could follow them along and they would teach you the skills very pointedly as you go. Then we have what I like to call the like what did we call them? Actually, the ones that you just do because they're fun. Passion projects.
Passion project? Yeah.
Yeah, where if he comes across something that he's just like, this doesn't fit into our curriculum at all, but I just really want to do it, then that's a passion project. That's part of crafting. Sometimes you do that. Mm-hmm. And then once we establish our curriculums, then we can look at like all of the different more talking head lessons that can fit into them and plan ahead for those. And then write up the scripts and record them. That's potentially a thing that even I could do. Where a lot of times like all the content is on Kit's shoulders and I'm more of the editor. I could potentially do a lot of the researching and stuff and then have him look it over and then do the voiceover. It depends if you'd rather hear my dulcet tones or his dulcet tones. Also, if this affects your vote, we did recently discover that I still have the ability to sound like a dolphin.
She does. I wouldn't recommend it for a microphone. If so, I'd back up just a little bit. I would give that a little bit of space because it really does reach those higher registers. So that, of course, they're asking for demonstration, please. So do back up and become dolphin.
Yeah, are you giving me official license to become dolphin?
Be dolphin. Live your best Florida life. Become dolphin.
How did we get to dolphin so fast?
This is.
Should we back
turning
up
my
or
headset
her?
on.
Probably me. All right, I'm gonna move my microphone. Tell me when you think I'm far enough away. Right here.
You're fine. Go for it. Yep. we went ahead. We're good. We went ahead and started saying that turned into a whole skit about the fact that you only ever hear female dolphins and male dolphins. I'm like, we started doing like Chad dolphins. Anyway,
literally anytime you ever leave us alone, you will just come back to us talking about something completely random
bullshit.
We have to warn people when they're around us in person because, like, if they come back after they left us alone, we're like, just so you know, we may be talking about something that sounds very strange.
100%. Like, beyond the pale strange. We'll go into weird, just... At one point, we were two fae who, like, eat souls, but they're, like, very casually talking about their favorite flavor of soul gelato. Oh, I love it when they scream a little bit when you put them in the blender. Like, just people walking in, just apropos to nothing, will be like, what the hell? What? So we're, that's a thing. Like, says, I mean, I popped in a pickle sniffing. I did pop in a pickle
sniffing, yeah.
Yeah.
Wild Fox is like, well, that's a soundbite.
Yeah.
You act like that can't be an all the time thing.
It's true. You just follow us long enough and there'll be weird sound bites. But yeah, so people, I'm scrolling up.
Whose pickle we sniffing?
Great.
I just joined. What the hell? Exactly. That's our point.
Yes. Thank you. Somebody mentioned Cornelius's clever contraption content. That among other things. So we are also doing we'll see about Cornelius. I love Cornelius's content. It's just it takes a lot. It actually takes a lot to shoot shorts. That's why we don't have shorts on the channel. And I don't necessarily want to just cut up what we have to make shorts. I might try just to see if it fits, but I'd rather shoot like specific short content. But again, it takes time. So if we can get ourselves time, it'd be great. But we're also going to be reviving some of the other channels because someone was also saying like storytelling is a craft too. And that is very much a thing we want to jump in.
So, we actually have a plan to go forward with it. So we want to, in the next month, basically have 10 video ideas for Let Me Tell You a Story ready to be worked on. And then the next month is basically us working on it and then starting to release it.
Why don't you explain them what Let Me Tell You a Story is? Because odds are most of them haven't been on that channel yet.
I was about to. So... Let Me Tell You a Story is basically if you ever seen our Halloween episode way back when where we did like a whole like voiceover story, Wild Fox says Maddie's world building videos would be cool. Wild Fox has actually had to endure my world building rants, so I'm gonna take that as a hefty compliment. So like Let Me Tell You a Story is, you know those videos on YouTube that's basically just people dramatically reading stories. It's basically that. We tend to like making stories, and we both have decent microphones, and we enjoy the idea of kind of like editing together dramatic readings of it with some like sound effects and dramatic music and maybe drawing an image for the background. Just like something that gives us that creative outlet for all the random stories. Like literally just every time we talk, there is stories. So we had the idea of either like 10 themes or genres or something, and then one of us makes a story for each one of those. So I'm curious of what those one of those 5 kind of genres or themes you guys would want us to make stories around, because then each one of us would make one, which would leave us with those 10 videos for content. Second, Emmy sounds like he has ideas. Emmy, you would know Emmy.
The best ideas.
You have ideas, Emmy?
So,
Do you have
so
ideas?
Cap did bring up a solid point, being like, "Oh, we're so busy, but we're also going to add more." So this one, we do that like to relax in our free time. We're very much storytellers, so we're kind of doing it anyways. So it adds to that for like before bed relaxation, just sitting and writing something. But it's also content we can batch, and it will be for a separate channel. But it's something like if we sit down and do voiceover work, we can read 5 of those stories, and then over time kind of edit them. So if we start where both of us write like 5 apiece every month, then every month we're 10 stories ahead, which is like if we release it once a week, months in advance, we get up very quickly.
Yeah,
So that's
especially
something
since
that,
two of
and it,
us.
yeah, and it's more just it's on a secondary channel, so it's not going to be taking up skill tree time and stuff. It's just stuff we can
What
fit
I
in.
kind of want to get to is the point where other channels that are easier to do, like to get head on and to plan around and stuff, because crafting does take a while. I want to get them to the point that they're supplementing like skill tree income and taking some pressure off of skill tree, so we can take a bit more time with skill tree and like add more stuff to it and feel less pressure to like put stuff out so regularly so YouTube doesn't slap it down.
Yeah.
So that's kind of it. There's a larger process going on, and also the largest bottleneck that we have with our content is the fact that I'm not near anything to do with crafting, and Kit has a full-time job, so our content is him having to make a project every single weekend. So if we can kind of take the pressure off of that singular bottleneck, he doesn't have to kill himself over a project every single weekend, and some of that content making pressure can be put onto me. And it lets us, like, I get to be creative. He gets to do some email management for once.
Oh, imagine that.
So the Wraither's like, Maddie's world building stuff is deep.
Yeah, man. We played a 6-year D&D game.
That wasn't even a world that I really made in depth. That was like, I just threw it together around
nuts.
the Tales of the Yawning Portal.
Yeah. What's the reason behind making more content as opposed to diversifying, say, people that interact with skill tree? Oh, yeah. So that kind of on the business side of that. So YouTube very much does stick you into a niche or a box. And if you put out content that, so it actually looks at you guys. So it's like, all right, within this genre that you happen to fall into, what does your audience watch the most around this space? And like, how far are they all willing to stretch? All of you together taken an aggregate. So if they look at it and say, all right, this channel is a crafting channel. Here's other people who enjoy crafting. I'm going to feed this channel to those people and see if they click on it. And that's where it comes down to, like, if you don't click on our videos, it stops showing us to as many people. And if those people don't click on my videos, that's how like a YouTube channel slowly dies. People just stop clicking on it because YouTube stops showing it to
generally
people.
Like, it's a rolling 28-day average. So that's why we're a little bit more lenient with letting ourselves skip weeks, because it basically takes your average over 28 days. So if we do a better video that like gets the views of 2 videos, it kind of buys us the freedom, if we don't want to grow, but we don't want to kill ourselves over it. It gives us that freedom to skip a week. But it also means that, like, when you see channels get bigger, they shift to, like, 1 video every 2 weeks, 1 video every month, because technically they're still getting that aggregate.
Yeah, they're getting enough views that YouTube will continue to push them to more and more people if they want to.
They're still in their kind of, like, growth bracket. Like, once you reach a certain amount of views, you're growing.
So if we diversify on that channel and we start doing a bunch of random stuff as well, I mean, it's partially why if you look at early skill tree videos, like that whole where we learn how to do just about everything. Like I was teaching card counting, how to do a backflip,
how to cook a good steak,
how to cook
how to heat up a pizza, how to solve a Rubik's cube.
Yeah, like
that's why when people are like, "Why don't you do this?" We have like 6 videos where we've done it.
Yeah, but that every time we changed that, you know what? Shut up, Wraither. I know the hair was a bad decision. I got away from it.
That's you guys. You should go back and watch our old videos to see the hair mistakes that have happened. Also to see Kit what he looked like 5 years ago, because I feel like it's a big difference.
yeah, full of hope and dream. No, actually, I look like the camera's going to kill me. I'm actively afraid of it. I'm like, hey everyone.
So yeah, basically YouTube doesn't like diversification,
yeah,
especially the further away content is. Even that's one of the reasons why you only see us do more of those artisan crafts.
Hope and hair dye.
Because even if we branch into something like jewelry making or makeup or cooking, all those stuff that you people like you ask for, but every time that we put out a video for, if it's not the kind of content that you watch all the time, YouTube doesn't connect the dots.
You won't even show it to you, even if you're subscribed to us. They just don't push it.
Yeah. Yeah,
that is for sure why we will be doing different channels, because then we compartmentalize each one of them and it works well with the algorithm and at least has a chance to do things.
Yeah, YouTube just likes it better. It's better to post less frequently, but then to have more niche content than to post more but have more varied content. So after we get Let Me Tell You a Story back up, we are also going to restart College of Lore, but we're changing the framing of College of Lore, because before it was very much like Maddie teaches you D&D, but I haven't really actually played D&D since like 3 years ago, basically since Skill Tree started like kicking off as a business and is now my hobby and free time. But both of us also tend to really get hooked into random bits of lore or interest or anything in the world. And we also both tend to really get into concepts of like, you guys ever watch like Sarcastic Productions where they chat about not just like stories and stuff, but now they have like their trope talks where they talk about like how they view certain things or how like certain literary elements have like happened or something. I want to do College of Lore kind of like that, where we can go into random ass lore documentary like video essays about the random, like I can do Star Wars because that's what I'm obsessed about for the past 3 months. He can do Skyrim because he knows everything about Skyrim, and he can do Lord of the Rings because he knows everything about Lord of the Rings. I can do Dragon Age, like he can do... I feel like you know a lot about Halo.
I know so much about Halo. Too much about Halo.
Like we can basically go back and forth of these things that really interest us and also have a lot of variability of what we can put out to keep us, keep it fresh, keep it creative, keep us from burning ourselves out.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing too. Like both of us are like, this is very much like it's become a business over time, right? And it is, the more we kind of get into it, the more we want to make it our absolute livelihood and be the sole thing we do. But in order to do that, we have to play the game, so we have to talk to algorithm and do all that stuff. Bye, Rather. Thank you. But it's a thing that we are both like creatives, we're both artists, and to not be able to just like randomly follow whatever weird friggin' ADHD muse is talking to us off to the side gets real hard. So it'd be nice just to have those spaces too, to be like, I'm okay working as my relaxation time if the work I'm doing is something I really enjoy. Like even this, I get into the projects I'm doing. I genuinely do. And I love doing it. I love the process. It's harder though when the process means I have to have it done in like, if I don't get it done in 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours, then I got to sacrifice something else, like, going to do home stuff or whatever. Like that's when it gets to be a lot harder. He has a wife and a dog,
guys. We gotta buy him time so he can pet his dog.
It really all comes down to the dog.
His wife.
I need to spend a lot more time to my dog. So yes, all of that. So this, I would gladly spend my entire life making you all content, so long as we have the time to make it in a way that is like creatively satisfying.
Yeah, we also don't want to get bored with it. Like, I feel like when we're on a time crunch, especially, like all of you, can you imagine being on a time crunch for 7 years at this point? Of having to put out a project every single weekend and then still having the same level of like excitement for it.
I do love my projects though.
You do.
So good. This was a pickle jar in a plastic funnel.
That's why we were talking about smelling pickles before. The dog does come first in that example. The dog comes before everything.
She knows. Yeah, it's same. It goes both ways. Dog win.
My bird comes before him.
Yeah, it works. Everybody has the correct.
And he's my baby. He's my baby. He's my sweet little violent baby.
What about doing projects as small series instead of a full-on projects in one video? So we've noticed actually that tends to do poorly on YouTube if you break up a project into multiple series. Anytime we've done it, it's been hard, and then we see other channels do it, and it just kind of usually
small channels do it when they basically aren't really growing, or you'll see really large channels do it when they've gotten to the point where they no longer have to pay attention to the algorithm. They just have people
or
who
if
like
you
them
can
for them.
If you can spin it to be a really cool thing that's happening, like an event type of thing that's happening that's tied in, and then there's we're gonna go do more stuff, click back to see how this ends up, and it's kind of cliffhangery.
Yeah.
But if I'm showing you how to make this mug, odds are the person who clicked on this that's a new subscriber, potential subscriber, is going to get really kind of pissy the fact that they then have to then watch another video. Yeah, so
I'm seeing a lot of people basically being like, we're fine with you guys if you... And we saw this a lot when we mentioned being burnout like 2 years ago. Which, by the way, our burnouts are real. Like, we're troopers. We've been burned out for 2 years. Where they're like, we would be fine with you guys posting less often. And that's great for the individual, but it's not great for the business, because as much as like you would personally be fine with it, it does make the videos as a whole do worse, and that is the part that like is the business. And if a business stops being sustainable, it eats itself and it stops being a business. Like, we stop being able to do this.
At this point, like the business that is the YouTube channel pays for the YouTube channel, like pays for all the materials, pays for like everything to do it. So it would be wholly unsustainable if like the channel itself doesn't continue to grow or do the thing it's doing.
We've been burnt out, like I said, for 2 years. We can guarantee that we have thought and tried most things that allow us to continue to do the same type of content. And then we did every other week, and then we saw a severe dip.
Such a crazy drop. Yes.
Yeah.
Because that has a knock-on effect too, because then sponsors pay you based on the amount of views you typically get. So all of a sudden our worth in the market goes down. They don't even offer the same amount of money for those spots because they're like, you're not getting the views you used to get. So so that's why we tried that, and then we had to jump back up because we're like, oh, we are losing money a lot now.
We tried every other week. We tried like smaller things leading up to like a bigger thing. We tried changing our content around, like doing those live builds that were kind of like a fill-in content. We tried basically everything.
Except for what we're talking about right now, where it's that kind of talking head content, something that's still like interesting.
We're changing
creative.
The framing of our channel to not just be crafting and stuff. Like we're trying to
like holistic learning. You can learn without me physically putting a thing together.
And then also the other channels, because they'll take a lot of pressure off of once they get to the point that they're contributing to the business part of things.
Yeah.
They take pressure off of having to make sure the Skill Tree YouTube channel does well enough that it supports itself.
Anyway, I don't want y'all to think we're unhappy with it or it's too much. It's very much getting into how the sausage gets made in the background of a YouTube business. We love what we do, like hard love what we do. So we're trying to do it in a way that's more sustainable for our health too, so we can keep doing more of it. For as long as humanly
Fox
possible.
Is like, you guys can just have gaming streams as well. That's because you just want to play gaming streams.
Yeah, you're being selfish, Wild Fox.
I keep trying to tell Kit to do gaming streams, but I don't think that it's really what this like our audience comes to
YouTube
our channel
wouldn't push
for.
it. If we had a gaming channel,
so that's all the thing. Like it confuses YouTube. So if we start putting out content that's very different, it does confuse the way that YouTube thinks of things. Make a leather Princess Leia bikini. That'll get you some clicks and be fun. I don't know. Okay,
Michael Lowry knows. Yeah, you know what? I'll just be like, get the little buns.
Can I be Boba Fett?
100%. I will wear the thing.
that'd be
You'll be Boba
fun.
Fett behind me, looking all badass.
Yeah, we should do 100%. That for Halloween.
Or we'll dress you up as
that'd
Han.
Be super fun.
Yeah.
I'd rather. I feel like Boba Fett's funnier because like he's completely covered.
Yeah, you are 100% covered, and I'm scantily clad. Either that, or we can build you a giant Jabba the Hutt thing. You can keep me on a leash.
Yeah, I'll be a Jabba the Hutt. I'm like, here.
Jabba Wookie nipple pinchy, just grabbing me.
Someone said you can record your lives at Reckoning or other LARPs. If we were to do it before or after, but a lot of times there's a lot of setup and tear down involved. Like those are hard on us because we're typically helping run it, and then you can't record during because we miss out on the game, and you can't record other people when they're playing their game because it's rude and all that. Someone said gay. And then
I said interested. What would it take to do? What would it take to do full time? Also, thank you, Anas. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What would it take us to do full time? So, as was stated, I have a full time job. So I would have to find a way to supplement my current income because that's kind of what pays for like the house and stuff. And also like
wife and dog.
Pulling my own weight in the family. You know, I don't want to. It'd be real easy to be like, oh, I'm just gonna go chase this dream and do it full time and stuff. But and honestly, I would be supported in that. Like it would be a thing I could do, but it would be very unfair, and it's not what somebody signed up for. So I want to be real careful about kind of very easily transitioning those two things, if at all possible.
Emmy says, ever consider hiring on someone to help? That is a lot of money. Because anytime you hire someone, it's like you're offering like at least like $1,000 something per month.
Yeah, and we're not like I wouldn't want to ever hire someone on, especially if they were hired on like full time, to be something that is like taking advantage of it or anything. So I'd want to pay a good like fair livable wage, right?
Yeah, and also like if we're not paying someone to do something, then we're potentially setting ourselves up to be reliant on them in our workflow. That if they're a volunteer, we can't expect them like they can leave any time or they can drop work at any time, and that just sets us up to be like not able. Do
you still have Star Wars stuff for Super Chat?
Yeah.
Michael, thank you so much. Super appreciate that. It's the first time catching one of your streams. Recently found your channel and I absolutely love your. Hey, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Interested in what kind of content you like or how you found us. You know, what were you looking for when you found us?
But yeah, yeah. To be fair, employees can leave anytime. True. Yeah, I think the biggest time sink is really like right now the bottleneck is Kit and the crafting, and that's because he's a full-time job. And a lot of things he does, we can't expect other people to do. Like, even if I make a video, it doesn't do as well because people are there to watch Kit. He's the host. That's where the other channels and stuff come in because we can split the work a bit more evenly. Yeah, and
somebody asked if I still have Lady Killer the crossbow. Absolutely, it's in fact hanging on my wall. Right? Actually, no, it's hanging on the wall right here now. Look where it is. I moved it. Is it super attached? Nope, comes right off. Wow. Lady Killer.
Lady Killer.
Lady Killer. What do I have on it? Oh, because Cornelius added in one of his videos.
Was trying to sell it.
He's trying to sell it. He's like, so there's a price tag on it. I upped the price. I went from 25 to 30. That's gold pieces, baby. Kidding me? That's expensive. Lady Killer. Get back there, you. Now I'm self-conscious about standing up on camera because you're showing him my booty.
To give him a longer. We were just talking about how much both of us constantly think about that. The ability, like that trope of a place that you can go to that the time runs slower.
Yeah.
So like you're in there.
I was thinking about the one in DBZ. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love that. Man, if I could just like. Also, I'm such an introvert. So if I could disappear into a space where I'm left alone for the portion of a week just to work on a thing, oh my God, and still miss no time, oh my God, I would.
basically
You
like
just
both
see
of
me
our
getting older
fantasies.
faster. You'd be like, wow, it gets really
I'd love it
aging
even
quick.
more if it was just like Kirsten's mind palace, where
It
it's
just happened
entirely in your
quickly.
mind, so that your body doesn't even age faster.
Oh, you
Yeah, I
found it through the hand
love.
fasting episode. Fantastic. Ah,
Yeah, I
that
found
was
that a
fun
lot of
one, Mike.
people like that's been really useful to a lot of people who are thinking about making that for themselves.
That's awesome.
So 3 weeks later, looks like Gandalf. Um, yeah, I like the plan we have for kind of
Yeah.
pulling some of the pressure off of skill tree. I think skill tree in itself is a kind of in like an unstable business model where just expecting Kit to craft a thing every single weekend that he doesn't already know how to do, and he's got to learn it, craft it, record it, which makes it take 3 times longer, then record himself teaching it all in a weekend.
Yeah, I I will say that is like, I feel like sometimes people can frame things on a channel or something for entertainment value or whatever to be like, oh, I don't know this thing, but they definitely know how to do it, or like, give me this many likes and maybe I'll do this thing that I think is awful, but they technically don't really care. I 100% don't know when I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I spend most of the time of that project just trying to work out how the hell to work the thing. That's a large portion of time.
Yup.
Make the whip of motivation.
We have a few whips.
We do.
I have to be there to whip it, though. Well, Emmy says, I have a feeling one or both of you could be musically inclined. Music is a skill. We are. We both sing.
Yep.
Some instruments. Not really. I mean, you instrument more than I instrument.
Yeah, I do some instruments. I've done cello in the past, some guitar, trying to learn the viola.
I've done some guitar, some piano, some clarinet.
Oh.
And all of those are like the ADHD sum. So like I learned a lot in a short period of time and then got bored. But singing, like both of us actively sing a lot. I've tried to convince Kit to do a singing channel as well, because I think that would be a really good way for us to like encourage ourselves to like actively keep on our singing.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
I'm just not confident enough.
Yeah, you guys gotta improve his singing confidence.
Thank you for much teaching me how bad I am at it. You and me both, man. The leather crafting is electricity, but I'm sure you're actually better than you think you are. That is like, you are an actual crafter. If you look at your stuff and be like, I'm proud of you. I think you're garbage, but I'm very proud of you. That is just being a crafter. I feel like it's never good enough because you see all of the mistakes, while everybody else is like, that's awesome. Yes, I feel you there. Clarinet for the win, 6 years. I tried. Yeah, man, that was me in saxophone, actually. I played saxophone for like
I wanted to
5 years.
play saxophone, but they told me my hands were too small, and that's why they put me on clarinet. I also played flute for like 3 years.
I could have put you on the was it soprano sax? That's a smaller one.
It was like a high school thing. Like they didn't have the widest variety.
Someone said collabs for channel growth.
Yeah, we
actually,
a few collabs.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things actually that the Brandywine Festival has been bringing, because there's a lot of creators that are working on that. And like Kiki, we did a collaboration with. We've got a couple of other ones kind of in process right now. I won't say just yet because I want to make sure everything is. I don't want to put them on the hook if they turn around and they're like, actually, we think you're a tool and don't want to. But we're hoping for that.
Some interesting comments. So Emmy says you could do vocal lessons, sight readings, playing an instrument, lots of ideas for videos there. It would have to be a different channel because of all the stuff that we talked about of like YouTube not liking variety. It would have to be a very specific channel. And then Taint Bad, which by the way, nice name, said, you speak so clearly I can only imagine it's a velvety smooth voice.
Velvety. He must be talking about you.
I don't know.
I feel like I'm like,
Which of our voices would you more consider velvety?
Probably you. I feel like I'm only when I turn on like my commercial voice.
But I can turn on my commercial voice too.
True. Your commercial voice is really good. I feel like if your commercial voice was like, welcome to Movie Phone, what would you like? Like, I'd be like, I do want to buy tickets. Thank you. The bird. Everybody just skips right to the bird. We were talking about the dulcet tones of Emmy.
Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. Emmy, they want you to do a singing channel. He's just losing his mind on his bells.
With his bells.
Yeah, he's going like...
I think we have to
have a sing-off.
Yeah, you guys should definitely have a sing-off together. You should all
Me
go
and
into
Emmy,
the
because
Discord
if I
and
start
have a sing-off.
singing, he will start singing. And he's not a Tweety bird. He's not a chirpy bird.
Just
he's a
screechy bird. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll back away from that one for now.
I keep like, guys, you have to convince Kit to do a singing channel. Like, I want to. He's not used to performing, so I grew up performing singing.
Yeah, no, I sing when I'm alone and I'm absolutely certain nobody can hear me.
You got a really good singing voice, though.
Yeah, she's caught me. She originally caught me because I sing while I craft just the entire time. And she's editing my videos, and I didn't even think of the fact that she can hear me. And she's like, you have a nice voice, by the way. I'm like, where did you hear me, woman? What witchcraft?
What was our ranges again? I saw some people talking about ranges.
Don't be shy, but you have a great voice. Yeah,
because both of us
singing
are
channel,
actively...
no balls. No balls. You're 100% correct. I'm a shower rock star. I feel that. Yeah, me in the shower, man. That's where I do my best. Where I do my best work. Well, that sounds weird, actually.
Both of us,
where I do my best work in the shower.
We do both love singing. Both of us are actively taking singing lessons, and we're actually both taking them with the same person because he started taking lessons with them, and then I liked his lessons more than like other lessons that I'd received over the years. So I was like, I want to take singing lessons. I love singing.
We should ask. We should ask our teacher at some point if we're like, hey, do you want like a shout out or something? Because he's fantastic, but I also don't want him to be this drowning.
He's so fantastic that as soon as he started giving lessons, he's got like 40 students now.
So many students. Yeah, at the end of the day, he's just like, my lessons at the end of the day, he's like, I've had like 10 lessons today, so I'm sorry if I'm low energy. I'm like, it's fine. I'll do all the things.
We could probably shout out the service if they want us to. They're really sweet.
Yeah. The service we use is actually just an online one. It's called StookU, STOOKU.
Oh, there it goes.
They're real good. They're what goes.
You just shouted them out.
Well, I shouted them out. I didn't shout out the teacher. Please, they'll be jazzed. They'll be jazzed if there was a whole bunch of people just showing up. Yeah. What are they gonna ask? Do you have the skill tree people? I think
Which
our
one
teacher
teaches
knows
the skill tree people.
Yeah, I think our teacher knows that we do the YouTube channel, but I don't think the business itself knows.
Honestly, they've got a good platform. Most of the teachers that we've had are good. They're not that expensive for singing lessons. If you've never taken singing lessons before, they might seem expensive, but they're really not.
Also, hi Brenna. Thank you for joining the Discord. I hope you're having fun over there and Captain's not being a jerk. That's right, I said it, Captain. I'm looking at you because you've been mean to me this whole time. Thank you for joining us. You missed the pickle chalk. You can rewind or something.
People should guess what ranges we both have. Because I had brought it up because like people were talking about ranges and then we got distracted because ADHD. But now I have it. Now I'm just curious of what people think that our ranges are.
Whatever the most manly range is.
Ooh, the most manly range.
Manly range.
So manly.
Someone says Discord ? Yes, we have a Discord.
What? No, like, what manly range can we hit?
Manly range.
Manly range.
Discord is a tenor. Oh, please. If you're interested in the Discord, we can try to drop a link here.
It's in the description of every single one of our YouTube videos.
Every single YouTube video is in the description. I usually say at the very end.
It should be in the description of this stream as well.
True.
Because there's the automatic template.
Oh yeah, there it is.
In.
I'm looking at it right now. Huh.
Yeah.
Check that out. You can tell she does all the back end stuff of YouTube. I'm like, oh, look at that.
Wow, look at that.
Who you fancy just put it in there, huh? Automatically.
Yeah, it's
Technology
like someone set it up that way.
Wow.
So the guesses so far, as I think just one person guessed you as a tenor, and then me as either an alto or contralto.
I don't even know where
I think you're a tenor. I think the tenor with the extension and low.
I guess.
Because remember, you fall. Yeah, I think he said you were a tenor. Because he's a tenor, isn't he?
It's playful banter. At least I try. It is playful banter. I love you, Captain. You're wonderful. Baritone. Yeah, I feel like a baritone. It depends when you catch me.
I think I remember you saying you were a tenor.
I honestly, I've never been good at the names. You can just kind of say what the note range is.
So that's the thing. Like, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's the, like...
tenor, like 10 pounds.
The range that you have doesn't necessarily define what you are. Because it also has to do with the tone. And also, like, those are for opera, so...
I can sing whatever you want, poorly.
Yeah.
Really? I would have thought Kit was a baritone. I'm a bass. It's all about that bass.
All about that bass. I think your comfortable range falls in, like, around baritone, but your tone falls around tenor.
I don't know. I forget what my low was.
Sing Freebird. Your low, I believe, is, at least the last time you talked to me about it, was D2. And then your comfortable low was G2. So, like, if you set it up, you can get D2.
Oh.
My comfortable low is D3. So you're like an octave below me. Like, if I set it up well, I can get C3. But, like, it's really funny because your comfortable low and your like low is like 3 notes. Like, there's a decent chunk difference, and then mine is a single note.
You're like, I've stretched, I'm ready. That's how I am on the other end of the scale. I'm like lucky with the like,
you've got
B flat, and then
you've got
comfortable like growing. It's hard.
It depends. Like, you've told me that your comfortable high is an F4, and then your like stretch high is the BF flat. That's like more than an octave difference.
It hurts. How is well, also Lord Dimension? You're reading The Hobbit to the Children's. That's fantastic, by the way. What a cool thing. I read it when I was the children's. It would have been cool to have it read to me. I feel like that's a really cool experience for a kid.
Emmy really wants us to add music to the channel.
Yeah.
It would have to be a different channel. Even if we start with crafting stuff, like, we've tried to slowly, like, change the algorithm. It doesn't work like that. It's not like it adds tags to you. It takes what it thinks you are at any given time. Like, your majority. Like, it's based more off the viewers than it is off what we do. So it has to be what you guys enjoy watching as a whole. Right.
Yeah, if you can somehow get you and, like, 200,000 of your friends to watch the same type of stuff, we can very successfully go in and add more things to our channel. Someone asked how French was going. French is going really well, actually.
Your voice is so low. If he says his low is D1 and his high is C3.
Man, bass, baby. Hell yeah.
That's the hardest bass I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's so
cool. Piano goes down to like C1. The piano goes down to A0. He's 3 keys above the end of the piano.
Yeah, man, he's got that.
But like C3 is the lowest I can go, and that's his high.
It's a really good.
Right? It's like super low.
Solid bass. Solid bass. What was yours? The children love the golem voice. Literally lost my regular one. Yeah, man. Like, that sounds like so much fun. You do all the voices too. That's fantastic. You're doing live readings right. That's awesome. It sounds like most of us here are just into it. And I'm saying, just you and 200,000 of your friends.
Yeah. So Kit goes. His range is from D2 to B5 flat? Question mark. Is it flat? The one?
flat. Yeah,
Sure,
I haven't
yeah.
been able to. Yeah, when I'm really lucky, like the last time I broke that, but I don't count unless I can consistently do it, and I cannot.
No, it's just that I don't think, I'm just asking because like there's one or the other. Like it's the black key next to the B. There isn't another black key on the other side of the B. And then my comfortable range is D3 to. It really depends. Like GF, I guess, and then my overall range is C3 to F6.
Yeah, Emmy, you and me both. She's like, I don't have 20 friends, much less 200,000. Right here. Yeah, me and my dad have been listening to the Andy Serkis. Yeah, man, the Andy Serkis ones are so good. Absolutely, his voices are.
Can
fantastic.
you tell how badly I want us to make a singing channel? Considering I keep going back to it, he keeps trying to pull it away.
So badly. Every month it comes up. She's like, "No, we should do." I'm like, I know what you're thinking. Have you seen the ones where he does it? I think it's usually on like Hobbit Day or something, where he'll read like the entirety. He read the entirety of Lord of the Rings, in like one sitting. His voice was rocked by the end of it. It was awesome though. I'm picky about my friends. Same.
So we're at the end of our live stream.
Does it become?
It is not a potato. Stream? It is an apple.
She was eating potato earlier. You missed it. I asked her because it looked like pickle, and it honestly did. It wasn't just because my whole surroundings smell of pickle currently. That is a very loud apple. She was eating. I'm like, are you just like facing a bunch of pickles? That's Emmy's apple.
It was Emmy's apple. I tried to feed him the apple. He went away. He's too busy making like sweet, like loving faces at his bells.
Somebody asked, man, it had to be Wild Fox. Wild Fox, why are you gonna put us in the spot like that? Did you guys ever figure out the 200K thing you're gonna do? No, Wild Fox. No, we didn't.
We're gonna fix our channel.
That's what we're doing for 200K. We're fixing our friggin' channel, Wild Fox. How's that? Like
plot twist is actually
like,
an onion.
One thing, like come back on pickle. Plot twist. It's actually an onion. Ha ha ha. Or just eating a raw potato like a heathen, like a friggin' monster.
Yeah, only a heathen would do that, right, Kip?
Yeah. Firebrad, I messaged you. I sent you a text message. Answer me. We have messaged you about a new sword potential. Eyes on you. Yes, but like, we'll talk about it.
I'm eyeing Emmy.
Potato, I know.
Well, I'm eyeing Emmy while I'm eating his apple.
I'm talking about people saying potato, where it's like, yeah, with the almost everything to do with this Hobbit LARP we're going to be going to. I'm like, can we have potatoes though? Just everywhere potato things. Potato on a stick. Thanks, Storhaven. That's really, really sweet. It's reciprocated. We have actually one of the nicer comment section I think I've ever seen in a YouTube channel. Like most YouTubers like stay away from your comment section though. And I genuinely enjoy reading the comment section.
Yeah, we love watching the comments roll in after.
Yeah. It for sure makes the life better and makes doing this. So, we kind of complained a little bit earlier on about kind of how difficult it can be and how we're changing some stuff to help with those difficulties. But the things that really do help with those difficulties is the fact that you guys are so fantastic. And things like that, where we know you're getting something out of it, kind of gives me life, to be honest with you. So that and the interaction. So, we get the little brain tickles when we see the number go up real big. We're like, oh, they like it.
If you ever want to send us comments about, like, how much you love our channel and, like, emotion and stuff, send them to Kit, because I will just go.
True.
Yeah. He knows how to articulate his response. I feel the emotions, but I don't know how to articulate them.
She freezes up with emotion.
Yeah. So I'm like,
also,
that's nice.
somebody, let me pull it up here
And
real quick.
I feel like it always comes across like I'm just like, please don't talk to me, but it's the opposite. I just don't know how to
I
articulate
want to
it.
position this carefully because I want to make sure there's no
Words are
like,
hard.
address.
I'm just
There
saying,
is
if you
box
want a
here.
response.
So I think one of you just said you sent us a package. I don't know if you're the one who sent us this package, but it is here. We will be opening it on camera because you specifically, very specifically, it was like, I want you and Maddie to open it on camera.
Is that the one that we were
gonna
gonna open outside just in case?
2 things. One, that's very, very sweet. I appreciate it. And we will honor that. We will make sure that it's you. Yeah. Okay, Dave. Fantastic. We will for sure be doing that. But I will say, just for future reference, as people who are on the internet with being like, I need you both in one spot and to open it while on camera, I'm like, is this a bomb? You got to tell me if it's a bomb. like, you know, it's we love you. We really love getting things sent to us. We really, really do. But I'm like, that sounds like a setup for a bomb. We're going to open it, but please don't do it. Please don't hurt us.
Yeah, please don't do that. Then we won't be able to make videos anymore.
But no, very much appreciate it. We will be doing that. She's going to be coming back actually to house it for me soon.
Because you're being forced on vacation.
I'll be forced on live vacation. So while she is here, we will shoot that. So thank you very much. Let me put this right here. I've shaken the hell out of it. So I think it would probably blow me up by now.
DB asked, are we brother and sister? Honestly, at this point, I'm willing to start claiming that because I feel like our relationship confuses people.
I think so too. Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Oh no, that sounds totally different. Weird. That sounds very like. What are you doing, step bro?
What are you doing, step bro?
Nope.
Hey, step bro.
And S, thank you
bro.
so much.
Ooh,
yeah,
step
man.
Market. What are you doing, step
me.
market?
So that was a real business discussion, what she was just referencing. And we were talking about cosplay because it is adjacent to our market of LARP. And we're like, that's like our step market. And then we immediately started being like, what are you doing, step market?
We're going to penetrate our step market.
Oh, no, don't.
Oh, he's so embarrassed.
You are. And S, I appreciate the beautiful things you've said. We appreciate you greatly. I was trying to have a moment, and we started. Nope. Yeah, Captain. Thank you. Captain's like, nope. Just not. Yes.
We're talking about marketing strategies, guys. What are you thinking?
It got worse.
I don't know.
Dear.
What are you guys thinking? I'm talking about like marketing strategies.
Yeah, Rule 34. One. Yeah, I think that totally falls into it. We're talking about adjacent markets. That now I can't even use the word that we can try to get into.
We can try to get into.
Yeah, shut up. Just ignoring.
Hey,
all
I'm
of
just
that.
playing
Thank
the
you,
role of the
Alphonse.
little sister giving you shit.
Perfect. Good. I blame myself. Well, this got weird. Yeah, it did. A lot of people have their minds in the gutter. Yeah, it's true. Firmly there. So
I don't
sorry.
understand what they're all talking about. I'm just talking about marketing techniques.
Oh, so innocent.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the pick. I imagine you
I'm
said let's
so
get back to the
innocent.
pickles. Yeah. Yup. That won't help.
Wait, let's go talk about pickles. What are your favorite types of pickles?
You. The gutter is a very hospitable place. Apparently so. We seem to find a lot of you down there.
What would you
most times.
say is the optimal
Nope.
sized pickle?
Don't.
Because they come in a lot of variety.
What's in the box? So it's sweet pickles. Yeah.
Maddie's wholesome, winsome voice is terrifying. 12-inch pickle is the optimal pickle.
I mean, come on. You're really lowballing it. I would think at least 15, 16.
Yeah.
5-inch long pickles. And now we've got people. Spears or chips?
Do we care more about the length or the girth of the pickle?
Would you look at the time? I gotta go. Be anywhere else. Battered and deep fried. Dear. Yes, we probably should.
Have to end the stream.
We should end it on that friggin' note. You're long as the pianist is tall. Girth. You guys are terrible. All right, time to go. Love you all. Thank you so much for joining us today in this.